Yo, pana, fin de la grasa, nigga.
Feel like the one, feeling is stuck. This ain't no what, that's dime in the cup. Light on my shoulders, I'm getting the rub. Money don't fold up, I feel like Pac in the tub. Showered in gold chains, knots on me. They got the slices, I stay with the block and cheese. Broccoli pressure, boy cost me 43. Ay, I stay in my lane, don't fuck with no one. Fuck with no one. Whoa. If you mad, hold your horses, I'm still going up. You cannot stop it, just sit back and watch it. I pull up in different whips, yeah, I got options. Don't play with that sneak dissing, boy, you tries to see me in person that wanna talk about it. I feel like I'm, who you feel like? I feel like I'm pocking the tub with the chains on. Whole lot of gold. They want me to turn it down, I gotta stay on. And never go out. We ain't dimming the lights, no. Going out like their bikes. 12 o'clock, everybody eating over here. Having more than one pipe.
Yo. I say yo. We in the building, man. What's going on? This is your boy, Mark Mazuma TV, Marcus Rosa, whatever you would like to call me. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We in the building, that's for sure. Back at y'all with the first or second live of the week. Probably second live. I think I took off yesterday. Yeah, second live of the week, man. Back at y'all with another one. I needed some rest yesterday, man. And for real, I didn't even feel like coming on today, but I had to push through. You know what I mean? I gotta do what I gotta do for the nation and the mob. You know what I mean? Some days you ain't gonna want to feel like doing shit, but you know the consistency is what gets you past the lack of motivation sometimes. So shout out to everybody that's in the building right now. We got 5 people in the building off the first 2 minutes, man. Hit the like button as soon as you come in. I put out a solid video earlier today, man. Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk, official for February 17th. I provided my thoughts on that. If y'all have not seen it, go check it out, man. You know what I mean? It's a little bit low on the views right now. You know what I mean? But it's probably because a lot of people not really too crazy about the fight right now because of both of their performances that they done had previously. But nonetheless, I got the video up. Go check it out if y'all haven't seen it, man. We got some things that we're going to speak about today. Yo, shout out to my boy Notes. And shout out to my boy Slime. They was in the comments talking that talk already, man. Shout out to y'all. Those are day ones for sure. Notes, first one in the building, last one to leave. My boy Slime. You know what I mean? That's the boy that got the switch on that wrench. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to both of them. 7 people in the building, man. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in right now, man. Hit the like button. Of course, let's get the algorithm on the up. Like I said, we got some things we're going to talk about today, man. But what I want to get into is just something I had just saw not too long ago. This is actually like a few minutes ago that I actually just seen this interview. There's a lot that's going on with a lot of headlines and with boxing right now. You know what I mean? It was actually hard to speak about some things just a few days ago because the boxing news is like pretty much dead. And now there's a lot to talk about. So now I have to really sit here and like really put these videos out because there's a few interesting topics that's on the loose right now. You know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford is out and about right now supporting his guy, Shakur Stevenson. You know, they got a big brother, little brother relationship going on. And Shakur Stevenson fights tomorrow against Edwin De Los Santos. It's a great fight. They weighed in today. And they both look like they're in great shape, ready to go, man. There's some things that I actually noticed about this weigh-in, man. And I don't know if I'm tripping or what, but just looking at this weigh-in, like Shakur looks huge, man. Huge. Like, he looked like he's already like fully acclimated to the weight class. It looks like he's been in that weight class for a while. It's like, bro, how, like, looking at how the way he looked at this weigh-in, and he's not even the most muscular dude. You know what I mean? Not like the most ripped up guy or anything by any stretch of the imagination. He just looks like a big dude. Like, pause. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to go too overboard with what I'm saying, but what I'm trying to get across is he looked a lot bigger than De Los Santos, man. De Los Santos, I actually thought they would be a lot very similar in physique. I thought they'd be similar in stature. I really thought that they would, you know what I mean, look like they're around the same body type. You know what I'm saying? But like during the weigh-in, I don't know. Maybe I have to look at it again. I might just pull it up right now. But like honestly, bro, like we speaking objectively from an honest perspective. Shakur Stevenson looks like he's the legit 135 pounder. Now, Notes just commented and said he weighed in at 133.2. That means he's making the weight easy. So maybe it's just his frame or something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just his frame. Maybe he just got the physique that gives you the impression that he's bigger than what he actually is. I'm not sure, but just looking at that weigh-in, he looked like he was the bigger fighter, bro. And Edwin De Los Santos been at 135 for I don't know how long. I know he's been at 35 longer than Shakur. You know what I mean? So um, just seeing that was very intriguing to me, and it was eye opener. You know what I'm saying? Because but I've noticed in a lot of Shakur's fights, he's usually the bigger guy. You know what I mean? Like he looks significantly bigger than Jamel Herring. He looked bigger than Oscar Valdez, and these are smaller dudes. You know what I mean? But they were at the same weight class at the same time. And like I said, he debuted at 126 pounds. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to get across. Knows like he looked like a legitimate 140-pound fighter. You know what I mean? And just looking at how the way his frame looks, like when it's all said and done, he definitely gonna be a welterweight. You know what I mean? I think he'll cap himself off right there. But for real, bro, like honestly speaking, I think Shakur gonna cap out. I think the best version of him is gonna be at 147 pounds. Not the best version of him, but I think he'll peak at that weight class. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing how big that he is, man. You know what I mean? It was just it was surprising to me. Every time I think he's gonna go up against an opponent that might have a similar size to him. Damn, this is like crazy pause, man. I'm just trying to emphasize like how surprised I was by the situation. You know what I'm saying? Nigga saying Core could still make 30. He probably, I mean, if he weighed in 133.2, I can imagine. And Shakur looked like he still had some water in his system. You know what I mean? He didn't look like he was drained at all, making 35. He could have cut them three off. Yeah, for sure. I think that he moved up purposely. You know what I mean? I think he moved up to 35 because he understood that there was some potential big fights there. And I think that after the Valdez fight, he wasn't really tripping on I don't think he was necessarily tripping on, you know, staying there too much longer. I think he's seen all the fighters that was at 35. I think he's seen the Haneys, he's seen the Tanks, you know, and all the guys that was shining at 35. He's like, yo, this is a deep division. Let me just acclimate to the weight class and see if I can get some big fights up there. Because Shakur, he's a 2-division world champion, 3-time champion overall. And he probably felt like, man, I'm not going to be able to get the rest of these belts at 30 because they're not going to want to fight me. You know what I mean? So let me just move up and make noise in a different division. You know what I mean? That's probably what was going on. But if he weighed at 133, then a light 133 with 2 ounces on the side, he could have made 130 if he really wanted to. You know what I mean? But I guess like his whole mission right now is just bulking up, getting up to 135. You know what I mean? Let me see. You think Tank can still make 35 easy? Yeah. Yeah, bro. Tank's not a big dude at all. I think he makes 35 easy, period. And I don't really feel like I can't see Tank performing at a high level past 140 pounds. I think 40 pounds is his peak. You know what I mean? Real small dude. And it seems like he keeping ever since he's been like extremely focused and really putting his time into the sport of boxing. It doesn't seem like he blows up too heavy as well. So I'm imagining. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not around Tank. I don't know where he walk around at this particular time, but I can't imagine his weight cut being too hard. Of course, there's always a sacrifice cutting weight. I know that personally from my experiences, but it can't be difficult. Now, 30 may be a little bit difficult for him to do, but 35, them extra 5 pounds that he could hold on to, it should be easy for him. Easier. I'm not going to say easy, but easier. When the guys may come in spot boxers being scared, it's bad for boxing and just for clicks and views. Well, it's all opinionated at the end of the day. I don't hear you ever like if we are a lot of these dudes that's on YouTube and talk on boxing, they provide their opinion. So there's nothing It's nothing different from what I'm doing. If I feel like somebody is absolutely terrified, then that's exactly what I'm gonna speak on. And you entitled to feel however you want to feel about the situation. If you don't like the title, if you don't like what I'm saying, then you don't have to watch. You know what I'm saying? I got 17 people in the building. Obviously, they feeling what I'm talking about. So, like I said, if you want a more biased point of view towards Anthony Joshua, then there's a lot of channels that can provide that for you. I have an opinion. I'm entitled to it, just like you entitled to yours, and we gonna continue moving on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even about to go back and forth with you. If that's not what you like, Edward, Eddie, whatever your name is, that, you know what I'm saying, you go about your business. You know what I mean? I ain't about to talk too much to you. Yeah, Core came in 133. Edwin came in 134.8. Yeah, so okay, that's great. That's great, bro. So it just lets you know that he's making. Hold on, what's going on right now? Evander Holyfield, DJ Vlad interview is decent, bro. What are you talking about, Mastermind? You never stay on topic, my brother. You remind me of like one of them niggas who write an essay. Like the essay could be about like basketball, and then like you be talking about like Scottie Pippen or something. Then you just start talking about his personal life. Like, bro, like I know the teacher probably like, bro, why you talking about his personal life? Like, talk about his accolades in basketball. Why you talking about his wife and shit like that? Like, you can tell you just be off topic with a lot of the shit you be saying. But yeah, what I do agree with Mastermind is hitting that hit the button, like. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not cooking Mastermind at all. That's my brother, man. He just be a little bit off topic sometimes. He be saying some crazy shit. They don't be having nothing to do with our topics, but it is what it is. That's the brother, man. You know, he come on the channel, and we be having some good boxing talk. I never try to play the man. I just be like, bro, I'm saying, what you talking about? Like, you confusing me, my brother. Ralph said it's crazy how Top Rank disrespected Shakur on their channel. They have the title of the video, Shakur versus Santos weigh-in, but Navarrete and Kante Sal is a thumbnail of the video. I mean, I didn't even notice that, but that's not necessarily surprising to me, and it's great that you noticed that for yourself. You know what I mean? Because one of the most popular videos that I had put out recently, and y'all can go check it out, I said that Top Rank is purposely undermining Shakur Stevenson. This is something that I said. I wrote, Top Rank purposely undermining Shakur Stevenson. And what I've been saying was they've been doing everything in their power to make him look like he doesn't bring anything to the table financially. You know what I mean? This was all done strategically. Him fighting on a Thursday, them doing very little promotion until the week of the fight. How much promotion have y'all seen Top Rank do with Shakur Stevenson and Edwin De Los Santos fight prior to fight week? It was very little. You didn't really see too much. You know what I'm saying? In all honesty, it seems like they piping up Navarrete and Kante Sal more than the actual main event, the thing that people actually watching to see. Now, Navarrete and Kante Sal is still a great fight. You know what I mean? It's a great fight. Don't get it wrong. It could probably be a main event in itself on a different card. But all I know is, bro, I know it's great that you noticed that, Ralph, because that's just giving me confirmation on what I believe. You know what I mean? And the more that I'm noticing, the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm noticing that they really don't want to see Shakur do too well with this show. You know what I'm saying? From what I heard, there's a lot of tickets still available for his fights. There's some comp tickets out there that they're going to be giving out for sure. And that's unfortunate. You know what I mean? Because in all honesty, let's keep it a buck, y'all. Y'all write it in the comments. Do you think, yes or no, do you think they will let Lomachenko fight on a Thursday? Do you think they will let Vasyl Lomachenko fight on a Thursday? It's a simple question. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Do you think they'll let Tyson Fury fight on a Thursday? Do you think they'll let Naoya Inoue fight on a Thursday? They let them fight on a Sunday, but that's because Japan and the U.S. on different time zones. That's the only reason why. Because if he was fighting in the U.S., you better believe Inoue fighting on a Saturday. You better believe that Vasyl Lomachenko is fighting on a Saturday. you better believe that Tyson Fury will forever fight on a Saturday. But one of the most promising, maybe if they would have gave this man some fair opportunities like they gave NUA and Tyson Fury and everybody amongst that caliber of fighters, they might have been able to re-sign him. But seeing what they did to Terence Crawford and that being a big influence on his boxing career, of course he's gonna want to get out, because he understands if they doing that to Bud, they'll do that to him. You know what I'm saying? So the only mistake that Shakur made was putting it out publicly that he will be pursuing other promotional companies, and he said that he's definitely weighing his options, and Top Rank is not going to be somebody he's looking to immediately resign with. That's the only mistake he made. He should have kept that to himself, similar to what Terence Crawford did. Like, Terence Crawford was just keeping it cool. He was like, nah, man, I'm with Top Rank right now, and I don't know what the future holds, so we'll just see. He knew the whole time he was leaving. Terence Crawford knew the entire time he was getting the fuck up out of Top Rank, but he didn't want to blatantly bash Top Rank while he was still signed with them, because he understood that they had some power over him. But you best believe after that Sean Porter fight, he got on that microphone and told Bob Arum straight to his face, yeah, man, like, I'm no longer with y'all. Pretty much said, shit. He was like, man, I ain't with y'all no more, so it's fuck y'all. Pretty much told Bob. He ain't say it directly like that, but it was something along those lines. You know what I mean? It was relative to that. Anonymous, yes, I did see Top Rank sign O'Shaquie. And I think they did that strategically because they have a lot of good fighters at 130 pounds right now. As far as I'm concerned, O'Shaquie is the WBC champ at 130, right? If that's the case, I believe it is 130. I don't think it's 126. They could really make some good fights. They could possibly make a unification fight between Navarrete and O'Shaquie. You know what I mean? Oscar Valdez could get a shot at O'Shaquie. You know, Kansei Sal could get a shot at O'Shaquie Foster. They got some solid guys at 130, so they just added another champion to their stable. Where they gonna, and you know, Bob Arum loved the in-house fights. He wants some unification fights. If he can make a unification fight and make all the money simultaneously, then that's exactly what Bob gonna do. That's in his history. He love it. You know what I mean? The less he gets, the less collaborations he get, the better off he feels. You know what I mean? He don't want to share no money with nobody. That's just what it is. Ralph goes on to say, he says, yup, they wouldn't do it to the fighters you name. When NUA fought out here that one time, his fight was on a Saturday. Of course, and that's exactly the days that Shakur Stevenson should be fighting. But I think once they got the word that Shakur Stevenson wasn't rocking with them no more, they went on a mission to tear this man down. Do y'all recall when Terence Crawford was talking about possibly being a free agent or whatever, and they was getting the hit that Terence Crawford was going to leave because Crawford felt the way about not getting that Terence Crawford fight, or them not being able to get him the big fights against the top welterweights in the division? Bob Arum blatantly went, yo, Slime, you better cut it out if I take your rent. Stop playing. Don't ever play yourself like that again, my brother. That's strike two. Go ahead and try my hand and see what happened to you. I get on that damn YouTube studio right now and snatch your wrench. Keep playing with me. Stop playing with me. Don't ever play yourself like that again. I ain't even about to highlight that comment. Don't play yourself though. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Tito, tell him. He bugging. Anyway, I forgot what I was even talking about. He just threw me off with that. Oh, yeah. Do y'all recall when Terence Crawford was with Top Rank and they was having their little problems and stuff like that? Bob Arum went on a mission to tear down Bud days before he stepped up out of that building. He said that Bud doesn't promote himself. He lost a lot of money with Bud, and he infamously said on multiple interviews that all the money that he lost on Bud, he could have built the house in Beverly Hills. He said that, and that honestly hurt Terence Crawford's reputation. And that's exactly why Terence Crawford responded with that lawsuit. Because once he became a free agent, there was guys like Eddie, bro, it affected his reputation so bad that there were promoters like Eddie Hearn who signed lesser fighters than Terence Crawford, said that he didn't want to sign Terence Crawford because he couldn't really do anything for him, which was cap. You know what I mean? It was cap. But I think he believed what Bob Arum was saying and didn't want to take that type of financial loss that Bob Arum said he experienced. So that hurt that man's power when he went to the table and tried to negotiate a great deal for himself. You know what I'm saying? And in all honesty, and I was talking about this earlier at the gym, the only reason why he got this huge payday against BLK Prime was because they was trying to make a name in boxing. And just like the Zone, when they came into boxing, they was overpaying everybody. So they had to come up. They need to dish out some bread to get some top names in hopes to get some type of subscribers to their platform and either break even or try to come up off of that situation. That didn't turn out how they thought it was. I haven't heard from Black Prime since then. Then the only reason why he got that payday against Earl Spence was because Earl Spence gave him everything. And to, initially, Showtime, Steven Espinoza, Al Heyman, and them, they wanted Keith Thurman to fight Earl Spence. They did not want to fight Terence Crawford because they knew that Terence Crawford was going to ask for money, was going to ask for a certain amount of money that they felt like he didn't deserve because of things that Bob Arum said. So he asking for all these types of demands. They were not trying to do that. Yo, Steven Espinoza was talking about throwing laptops and stuff like that. Like, he was extremely frustrated with the whole negotiation with Terence Crawford, and that's why the first negotiation fell through. So the only reason why this happened was because Earl was like, yo, I'm not fighting nobody else. I'm not fighting no fucking Keith Thurman. I want this undisputed fight. Y'all need to make this fight happen. So when they going back to Earl and they like, yo, man, he want this, this, and that, he like, yo, just give it to him. Just give it to him. Just give it to him. Oh, he want that? Give it to him. Oh, he want this in the contract? Give it to him. Earl Spence was the main reason why this fight happened, and that's why after Terence Crawford stopped Spence, he went up to him and was like, yo, he said, yo, man, I want to thank you. I want to thank you because without you, this fight would have never happened. He said that for a reason. He said that for a reason, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I said all that extra stuff to say that they doing Shakur Stevenson dirty, man, top rank. You know what I mean? But I mean, he said he'll be out of the contract by next year, and hopefully he get a better deal out of this situation because Shakur is a star in the making, bro. Especially if he comes out successful against Edwin De Los Santos. Edwin De Los Santos could rumble, dog. I was watching this fight against Rayo Venezuela. I was like, yo, this dude got dog in him. Oh man, they got dog in him. But Tito, you saying that they're rematching at 154. According to Bud in this interview he just dropped, where he said F the IBF, he said they rematching at 147 pounds. That's what he said just now during an interview that I just watched on YouTube. He said he rematching to Errol Spence at 147 pounds, which is that's being done strategically. You know what I mean? I'm sure Bud as the fighter didn't mind rematching Earl at 154 pounds. Him as a fighter, he don't care. He probably, man. But his team, I'm sure his team got in his ear and was like, yo, obviously Earl's struggling to make 147. You know what I'm saying? Rematch him at 147 so he could come in drained again so you be in the best position to win. This is exactly why he chose to do that. Because he said during his press conferences that 147 was hard to make. There were even rumors going around that Bud had 3 attempts to make 147 pounds. I don't know if that's true. That might be cap. But I heard that through multiple people. You know what I mean? Not reliable sources or anything like that, but I saw that circulating on social media. And he said it himself. He said 147 is hard to make and that he wouldn't mind doing that at 54. But to be in the best position possible against Earl Spence coming into this rematch and being in the best position to win, drain him back down. Earl fat as shit right now, posing with dogs, stomach all out, chest all big, fat arms, and round ass face. You know what I'm saying? Like he out here looking like fucking. Bro, I ain't gonna disrespect Earl like that. He a good. I rock with Earl. He one of the real throwback fighters. I rock with him. But I'm trying to say is he completely is blown up in weight right now. He look like he a good 85 right now. You know what I'm saying? So why not bring his ass back down to 47 so he be a shell of himself and then you can just finish him off in the rematch? because where they messed up is whoever wins the first fight has control of the weight that they rematch at. You know what I mean? And I think they did that because they were under the impression that Earl Spence was going to win. You know what I mean? Or that was something they had overlooked and just gave the bud because he simply requested it. But nonetheless, wait, who girl you talking about? No, you talking about Earl? Because if that's what you talking about, yeah, I know exactly what you talking about. Yeah, she nice, and she I think she half Rican too. Yeah, she a nice little John. You know what I mean, she really a nice little John. But that's irrelevant. So what we gonna get into is Terence Crawford's latest interview that he had just put out is actually on my history. I was just watching it, and apparently Terence Crawford feels a way about the IBF. You know what I mean? He felt like he said he only had the belt for 2.5 months. We had the belt for 2.5 months, and he feels like the IBF went about it the wrong way, to the point where he said, "Fuck the IBF." You know what I mean? He said, "Fuck them and their whole organization." That's what he said, word for word. That is not my words. That is not my opinion. That is what Terence Crawford said. So obviously he's upset with the IBF, and then moving forward, I don't know, man. I don't know if the IBF is gonna want to be involved with any future unification fights with him. I mean, of course, if it makes sense, then I don't see why not. But after this type of statement, I don't know if the IBF is gonna want to be involved in any of his fights moving forward. They may be upset with what he said, and probably will, if he goes to 54 and attempts to fight for the IBF, they probably wouldn't want to put their belt on the line. You know what I mean? So I don't think that was good to say publicly, but obviously he's upset about it. He doesn't agree with how the way they moved. And I understand the perspective. I understand Bud's perspective. You know what I mean? He was like, damn, like, I just got the belt. Y'all already taking it from me? Like, y'all don't even know exactly what's going to go on with my situation. And they wasn't even trying to give him any benefit of the doubt. I understand that. I also understand the perspective that Boots has been a mandatory for a good amount of time now. And I understand that they put a petition in years ago, and they had an agreement that whoever was gonna win between Earl and Spence, Boots was gonna be mandated to fight for the IBF title. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. You know what I mean? I completely understand it. I understand both sides, but what I continued to see from Bud was him continuously throwing shots at Jaron Ennis. You know what I mean? He said, yo, like, he carrying two of the same belts. And, you know, there's a little picture going around that I think I even posted as one of my thumbnails with Jaron Ennis holding two belts. You know what I mean? Two IBF belts. He's like, yo, he's about to get a third one, and they're pretty much all the same belts. So, like, why are you flexing all of the same belts? So he's pretty much just like telling Bud, like, he pretty much telling Boots, like, yo, like, why you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you carrying around two belts? That's pretty much meaningless. And I'm like, bro, you can't really shit on a man for wanting to flex things that he felt like is important to him. You know what I mean? If he earned those belts, then he got every reason to flash them Jones. Like Benavidez, he flashing 2 WBC belts. You know why? Because he won a WBC title twice. He accomplished that twice. So why not carry them two belts around? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand exactly why he went out his way to even say that. But obviously he's bitter about the whole situation, how the way the IBF took the belt and just gave it to another man. However, he also stated that he didn't like how, not that he didn't like how, but he just pointed out how a lot of dudes nowadays are okay with being email champions. Now that's another shot that's being thrown at Jaron, and it's a general statement as well, because we've seen guys like Devin Haney and Tim Tszyu, even Jermall Charlo at 160 pounds received belts after guys didn't want to fight them. But what I think Terence Crawford isn't really talking about is that the IBF didn't really give him the choice. You know what I'm saying? See, this dude Heron Symbol. What do Boots bring though? The IBF world title. As simple as that. The belt that Terence Crawford once had that he no longer has. The one belt that no longer makes him undisputed. That's what he brings to the table. And if he wants to be in position to be 3-time undisputed, that's a great opportunity right there in itself. And considering that the rematch is going to be at 147 pounds, why not? Why not pursue that fight and become undisputed again at 147 following that rematch? And that's if you beat Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? Who Boots fought though? Let me ask you this, Heron. Let me ask you this: who did David Evanesian fight or beat? Who did Hank Lundy fight or beat? Who did? Let's throw another one out there. I could continue. Like this is like who did those guys beat? Like if we really want, let's walk down Terence Crawford resume, and you tell me these guys like Derry Jean and John Molina Jr. and Thomas Delorme, who Boots knocked out as well. Who did them guys fight and beat to get an opportunity against Bud? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is we got people like Harris Symbol or whatever the hell his name is going out his way to try to discredit Boots for who he hasn't fought, as if he hasn't been chasing these top guys. Like if all you gotta do is just do your research, homie. You just sound like you completely just not caught up with what Jaron Ennis' situation is. And and that same, I don't know if you watched the interview, but Bud said that he was in the same situation Boots was in. And he's blatantly admitting that, I was in the same situation in my career where I was trying to get a shot at the top guys and they weren't looking in my direction. But he's just going to have to wait his turn. He's going to have to be patient and wait his turn. He's telling you right there that none of these guys at welterweight want to give Boots an opportunity. None of these guys want to give him a shot. So with that being said, it's like, how can you shit on a man resume when all he's doing is trying to get those top fighters on his resume and they don't want to give him a shot? I've said this multiple times on my channel. It takes two to make a fight happen. It takes two people in a ring for a fight to be made. Why are y'all guys blatantly disrespecting dudes who you try to disrespect dudes because of their lack of resume when the guys they're trying to get on their resume don't want to look their way? Bro, it don't matter, bro. Yo, how many fights are out there? Look. Yo, Harold, let's talk about this, right? Bud and Bomac chasing big money fights. He's 36. I completely understand that. He lost a lot of money while he was out with Top Rank. They limited his paychecks, so now he's trying to cash out. You name me 5 fights that generate more money than Jaron Ennis. You don't know if Bud is gonna make $25 million for Charlo. I highly doubt that, especially since Charlo's last performance. He's not gonna get that type of money. So I don't know if he gets $10 million against Boots neither. I don't even get into that. I don't care about that type of stuff. I'm not involved in the business side of boxing when it comes to that fight. What I'm telling you is there are not many fights out here that's gonna generate more money for him than the Jaron Ennis fight. You know what I'm saying? Tim Tszyu? You see what I'm saying? That when they don't got no points to dispute what you're saying, they say stuff like this. Why do you like Boots so much, homie? Bro, it's not really a debate, bro. It's clear to me that you don't like Jaron Ennis and you're a fan of Terence Crawford. So you come across as that fan that low-key fears the idea of Boots beating Bud. So what you do is, in defense of you being scared of that matchup, you try to discredit the man. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'll probably do the same thing if I was a huge Tito Trinidad. I'm a huge Tito Trinidad fan, right? Let's say, like, if he didn't fight Bernard Hopkins. If I was scared that Bernard Hopkins was going to beat Tito, which he ended up doing, but let's say they didn't fight. If I was scared of B-Hop and his abilities and him possibly beating Tito, I'll probably go out of my way to downplay Bernard Hopkins too. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly that's a defense mechanism. That's a defense mechanism. You going out your way to discredit a man. Because you understand that he's a threat to your favorite fighter. That's what people tend to do. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you made it clear. Bro, if you like Boots, you wouldn't discredit him like that. If you liked Boots, If you genuinely was a fan of that man, you would understand the situation and wouldn't discredit his resume based off of that. Okay, I like Boots though. Do I think he deserves a Bud fight? No, he needs to prove himself. Okay, did David Evanesha have to prove himself, bro? The fight before Errol Spence, did he have to prove himself? Did he deserve a shot at the WBO world title? Did he deserve that? Because I don't know if David Evanesha was the #1 guy in the WBO, but I do know that Jaron Ennis was #1 in the IBF. So if we really want to do this, I could make a case that Jaron Ennis is more deserving of David Evanesha. So Bomac and Bud are going out their way to say that Boots don't bring nothing to the table, but David Evanesha did. What did David Evanesha bring to the table? And apparently, according to what I've heard, Top Rank, back when Bud was with Top Rank, they were trying to get that David Evanesha fight for him. Did Karen need to prove himself? Bro, Bud, wait, hold up. Why are you speaking as if Boots was world champion at that time? He was on the come up. He was on his way. I think he got the interim. When did he get the interim title? After that fight? Why are you speaking as if, like, Karen got a shot at a world title? Why are you acting like this was like Karen fought for the IBF world title? That's not what happened. You know what I'm saying? And Boots was just going down the IBF rankings. You know why? Because the more he went down them IBF rankings, the higher they would rank him. Then he ended up becoming the mandatory. He was just following the IBF route, bro. That's all he was doing. Errol Spence did the same shit until he faced Kell Brook. He ran through the IBF rankings until they made him the mandatory and they forced Kell Brook to fight him. This is a similar situation. See, bro, and this, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. This sound like real talk. Because this is the same type of debate that I was having the last time I was on live, and it turned out being real talk. So he goes on to say, so you really believe Boots beat Bud? So you really believe Boots beats Bud? Bro, if you've been on my channel before and you heard me discuss the potential of them fighting, I've made it clear that it could go either way. I think that Bud is very capable of beating Boots. I think that Boots is very capable of beating Bud. I don't know. Until they fight each other, bro. I will never know. You know what I'm saying? I could speculate. I could predict all day. I can make my predictions. I could break it down analytically. However you want me to do it. The main thing is, it's such a tough matchup for both guys. It's tough for me to really say. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I'm done debating with it. That wasn't even really a debate. That was pretty easy in all honesty. It wasn't really any debate in that situation. But what I want to talk about right now, let's just get – yeah. Yo, Clay, that's facts. He said it's not personal. It's two fighters in two different places in their careers. Yeah, I agree. I don't think that he got anything against Boots at all. I just think that they're in different phases. Boots is on the come up right now. He's hungry. He's looking to prove that he's the best in his division. And Bud has proven that multiple times within the last decade. He proved he was the best. He was one of the best at 35. He proved he was the one at 140 pounds. And he just most recently proved he was the one at 147 pounds. And now he's looking to maintain his supremacy at 147 pounds because apparently he's rematching Earl there again. So, and I'm sure afterwards, Bud is going to look for the biggest money fights possible. Whether it's a fight in Australia with Tim Tszyu, that might generate a good check. Whether he goes after that and fights Jermell Charlo for all the belts, or maybe he'll try his best to try to get a Canelo fight. They just at two different parts. And I think that Bud doesn't really want to take that chance against Jaron Ennis because in terms of big money fights, that might be a step back for him. From what I understand, he got around $25 million against Earl, and he probably won't even make. He probably will make half of that fighting Boots. So I'm sure he don't want to take a back step. He wants to continue making these huge paydays. And how is he going to be able to do that? Fighting guys that bring more to the table. Unfortunately, that's more known, that's more decorated than Boots. But yeah, Clay, I do agree that he deserves the opportunity. I definitely do because he's been proven time and time again that he's a force to be reckoned with. And I would love to see how Boots will match up with the present top fighters in boxing right now. But it just seems like Buzz looking in a totally different direction. And some people get crossed in the business of boxing, bro. We've seen it multiple times where the business of boxing could really put somebody in a tough spot where they're not able to get the opportunities they were looking for. We seen it with Guillermo Rigondeaux. We seen Andre Ward struggle with the business of boxing. We seen Mikey Garcia go through be a victim to the business of boxing. Most recently, I mean, somebody who got a fight coming up soon. We seen Demetrius Andrade be a victim to politics and boxing. It's like that, bro. Some people gonna succeed. Some people gonna eat. Some people gonna do okay, and there's some people that might be bitter at the end of the day because their career ain't paying out how they thought. Not everybody gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Look at your friends growing up, right? Let's say it's like you and five homies that was on the block, right? It's unfortunate, you know what I mean? But not everybody gonna make it. This is gonna be I guarantee you, bro. Like I moved out of Philly. I moved a little bit outside of Philly at the beginning of this year, right? I'm doing well. Can't really complain, you know what I mean? I'm doing well financially. Got I got multiple streams of income, blah, blah, blah. That's not really important, but I'm trying to make an example for you guys right now. I still got homies that I grew up with living in this they in their mid-20s just like me, still living in the hood. Still, you know what I mean, trying to find the dollar any way they can. And that's not me shitting on them. That's just the reality of the situation. There's gonna be some people that become successful. There's gonna be dudes that's doing better than what they was when they were younger, and there's people that end up being stuck on the same spot. I'm sure that if you guys ever grew up in the hood, you could be going from the hood for 5 years, come back to the hood, and still see the same dudes drinking on the corner. Some people going eat. Some people gonna get fat. Some people gonna be satisfied with what they got going on in life. Then there's gonna be people who remain stagnant, and that's just what happens, bro. And boxing is no different. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my whole take on the situation, man. Some people get, and I'm not saying that's Jaron Ennis by any stretch of the imagination. He's successful. He's doing well with what he got going on. He making a nice little chunk of change. Don't get it wrong, but in terms of getting those fights against the current top dogs in the division is looking slim. So what Jaron Ennis really has to do is cement himself as the future of the division. You know what I'm saying? He got to start stamping his legacy and being the one that pretty much gets the torch passed over to him without having to fight them dudes. And he's just going to have to make a name off of beating the guys that's coming up in the same generation as him. He's going to have to beat the Rashidi Ellises. He's going to have to beat the Cody Crawleys, the Barrioses. If somebody comes up from 40, let's say Teofimo moves up to welterweight, he might have to fight a Teofimo. He might have to go up to 54 and fight a Xander Zayas or Sebastian Fundoras or Erickson Lubins. He's going to have to make his name off of those guys because it seems like the guys that are coming at the tail end of their career, the Earl Spencers, the Buds, the Keith Thurmans, they don't look like they're really enthused with fighting him. And that's just the reality of the situation. You know what I mean? Boots could really retire right now and not work. He'll be set for life. I don't know. I don't know his finances. I wouldn't be able to tell you. But from what I understand and from what people have told me, he all right. You know what I'm saying? He all right. He a 7-figure dude. But I don't know. I know nothing about his finances. He never speaks on it. I never seen any of his purses put out publicly. I don't know. I can't really speak on that. I don't know if he'll be set for life. You know what I'm saying? He got to focus on unifying his division and fighting who's available. Exactly. That's exactly what I just said. He's going to have to make his name off of dudes that's coming up in his era. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? He said Boots was spliff Zayas. Yeah, Boots on a different level right now. I love Xander Zayas. But like I said, I think they in two different stages of their career as well. I think Zayas is still in contender mode, and Boots is now a world champion. He's looking to defend his title, and Zayas is eventually looking for an opportunity to fight for a title. They're in two different stages. Yeah. It's not about money. It's about legacy. It's about greatness. Well, it depends on who you're talking to. It depends on what fighter you're talking to, because you might run into a fighter in this era that might disagree with that. I don't think Jaron Anderson would agree with you. I don't think Floyd would agree with you, even though he obtained the legacy and his greatness. I've heard him say belts collect dust. Oh, you talking about Boots? Yeah. Boots is very legacy driven. He's one of very few fighters who's legacy driven. He told me himself, like, he's like, yo, I really love this shit. Like, this is my life. You know what I'm saying? So, and you could tell by the way he moves. Just look at his social media. Like, there's nothing that he's doing that he never leaves the gym. He's always maintaining some type of shape. Even when he don't got a fight day, he's maintaining shape. He's hitting pads with some trainers that's in the Philly area. He working with his dad. He's sparring, helping guys get ready for their fights. He's running in the morning. Like, Boots is a soldier, bro. He's a soldier. Yo, we got 13 people in the building, and we 45 minutes and 46 minutes in. I'm sorry. Hit the like button as soon as y'all come in, man. I definitely appreciate everybody who's coming in and checking in. You know what I'm saying? But let's get, since we 46 minutes in, let's transition from this. He really shows that he's committed. Yeah, bro. He's not like these fighters that only train when they got a fight day. Like, Boots' whole life revolves around boxing. And you can tell he genuinely loves the sports because he continuously gives back to guys that he really don't owe shit to. If we being honest with you, like, I see him giving, like, amateurs pad work, working on things, other pros pad work. I could see him giving pointers. He shows up to local shows in Philadelphia to support Philadelphia fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got a good relationship with one of our pros, Josh Jones. And he came and supported Josh Jones, walked out with him and everything. That's stuff that he genuinely he really doesn't have to do. You know what I'm saying? He don't need to pop up at small local shows. Why? He's a big time fighter now. He's one of the best in the world. He doesn't need to step out of his crib to go to that. That's pretty much below him at this point. But he's so humble down to earth that he does it without even thinking twice. Boots is the man, bro. Boots is the type dude that your kids should look up to. I mean, besides you as a parent, like, if they need somebody to follow in terms of being like a good example, Boots is that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even hear that. I don't even be hearing that man talk crazy about anybody. I don't ever even hear him curse publicly or anything like that. So, Boots he's a great example of a great role model. You know what I mean? Never see him on the headlines for doing nothing crazy, nothing. Well-grounded, great support system. You know what I mean? Boots is the man. He said Danny show no love, I heard. I've seen him, like, rarely, like, I think most recently he was, like, at an amateur show. I don't know, bro. I think I seen him one time because he had a fighter that was under his promotional stable. He came out and checked them out. It seemed like he the type dude, like, if he ain't got no business there, he ain't got no business there. Like Royce the 5'9" said, if I ain't got no business there, I ain't got no business there. I think Danny just be on that type of time. Like, if he ain't got nothing to do with him or any relationships he got going on, he won't bother stepping out. You know what I mean? He left me on scene when I asked for an interview. So, I mean, I take that like as disrespect. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I'll tell you when I see him. It ain't even that deep. It's really not that deep. But it's kind of like you pretty much saying, like, fuck what I'm talking about type shit. So it is what it is. What? You told me you was with Danny? No, we had a pro that was supposed to fight on his undercard. We had a pro, Atifo Burlton, at the time, that was supposed to fight on his undercard for that fight. So there was a media workout. And Danny had everybody, had Fight Hype and all them dudes over there interviewing them. And they interviewed my guy as well. I wouldn't say I was with Danny, but we was in his gym doing a media workout at his gym. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say I was with him. Yo, Slime a troll, bro. Danny Garcia, best rapper out of Philly. Yo, that shit was hot garbage, bro. He need to leave that shit. He need to get a fight day ASAP. He bored. He bored for sure. But that shit garbage. I don't even know why he even. I don't know what made him think that shit was hot to put out. Like he really ain't no way he watched that video and was like, yo, like this shit really like fire. Like I'm really him. Nah, bro, that shit was trash. Bob Arum hates African American fighters. I don't know if hates the word. I just think that he mishandles them. He said it on multiple interviews. He don't know how to move black fighters. He's good with moving Mexicans. He's good at moving Puerto Ricans, like myself. He's good at moving Argentinians and things of that nature. But when it comes to black fighters, he always struggles to keep them in his stable. You know what I mean? That's just something that's in his history. I don't know why. That's just what I noticed. Yeah. But all right, let's transition into Anthony Joshua now. We spent like pretty much 50 minutes on speaking about the whole Boots, Crawford, and situation. Let's talk about Anthony Joshua's reaction to the press conference. Now, before I get into that, man, I just want to say that is a tremendous card that these Saudis put on. They showing out. They showing out. You know what I'm saying? So as far as I'm concerned, Dimitri Bivol is fighting London Arthur. I think he's like a top light heavyweight in the UK right now, so that's a solid fight. Daniel Dubois versus Jaron Miller. Now, Jaron Miller, you know, I don't support him. He's a cheater. You know what I'm saying? I don't respect that man as a fighter at all, but he's been laying low. Hasn't really been active since he was caught using performance enhancement drugs for the Anthony Joshua fight. But he's back on the scene, and he got a good opponent against Daniel Dubois, who just came off of a stoppage loss against Alexander Usyk. Then we have, of course, Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker, which is a fight that should have happened years ago. For anybody that don't know the story about that, let me just speak on this briefly. There was a time where I believe Joseph Parker was a WBO world champion. And Joseph Parker was the world champion. He had the WBO. I think he got it after beating Andy Ruiz, I believe. Then, of course, Deontay Wilder got the WBC after he beat Bermane Stiverne. So there was a point in time where they were supposed to unify. I remember Joseph Parker had like his little press credentials. They took a picture together. Everything was cool. And somehow Eddie Hearn slipped his way into the system, whispered something in Joseph Parker's ear, and he was able to successfully get Joseph Parker away from the Deontay Wilder fight and have him fight Anthony Joshua. Smart move on Eddie Hearn's part. You know what I mean? Because that's what helped become that's what helped make Anthony Joshua the unified champion of the world at that time. So that fight fell apart. A few years later, now they back on the road to fight each other officially with no belts on the line. Still a great fight nonetheless, you know what I mean? And then, of course, we got Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin. You know what I'm saying? And let me see if I got this picture right here, because I'm going to post this up for y'all to see. And it's very interesting how the way they set this poster up. And it's some foreshadowing going on right here. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull this up for y'all real quick. I'm going to upload this real fast. I want y'all to see this. And based off of this poster that these guys are putting up, it seems like you could tell, like, if we didn't know no better, if there wasn't no fonts, then we would pretty much think that Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua are fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? How the way this poster looks, look, they got Bivol, they got Dubois down there, they got Jaron Miller behind them, they got London Arthur behind Dimitri. I see what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it wrong, but because Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua are the biggest figures on that poster, it makes me believe that they're low-key promoting Joshua and Wilder as their next fights. You know what I'm saying? They're making them the two stars of this event. And I'm not going to make any assumptions because this boxing, anything can happen, especially in the business of boxing. It seems like if both of these guys come out successful, the Saudis are going to sit down and try to make this fight between Wilder and Joshua. Why they couldn't do it right away? I'm under the belief that Anthony Joshua wanted another fight. And why do I believe that? Because Anthony Joshua has came on and said that he would like to do another fight since he's with Derek James. But what's not adding up is apparently, from what I've heard from reports, he fired Derek James. You know what I mean? He fired Derek James. And he's with Ben Davison, somebody who used to train Tyson Fury and all these different guys. You know what I'm saying? So apparently he's with Ben Davison now. I guess he didn't really like the work he was getting from Derrick James, or maybe he felt like he needed a different style of training. I don't know, but Joshua, his mind is all over the place. He's very unstable up there, and I guess he's unstable with finding a home in terms of having a solid trainer, because ever since he left McCracken, he's been all over the place. He's jumped from Robert Garcia to Derrick James to now Ben Davison. You ran through 4 trainers. You ran through 3 trainers in less than 4 fights, from what I understand. You know what I mean? I think you did 2 fights. You did 1 fight with Robert Garcia, right? You lost, and then you lost. Then you went on to Derrick James. You did like 2 fights with him against minimal competition. You didn't look too impressive in that Robert Helenius fight, so that's 3 fights. And now you're with Ben Davison. So within 4 fights, you've had 3 different trainers. That just shows that you're unstable. You're all over the place, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. He definitely all over the place, man. He's not confident. And that's something that I'm not a body language expert by any stretch of imagination. That's just not what I am. But I've been in boxing long enough to know when somebody's annoyed. I can tell when somebody don't really want to beat her. I can tell off body language if somebody's nervous or they're just, you know what I'm saying, like discouraged or something. And based off of this press conference, man, it just seemed like I know this press conference showed me exactly why Anthony Joshua was avoiding Deontay Wilder at all costs. This is the first time they've been in the same room probably ever. I know they were on the same card in the UK a while back. But I don't know if they were in the same room at that time. But this is the first time since we've been asking for the fight that they've been in the same room. There's been other opportunities. Deontay Wilder was supposed to commentate for Sky Sports. Anthony Joshua, his team, whoever, removed him from the commentary. They didn't want him at all. They didn't want him to be in a. They didn't even want Deontay Wilder to step in the ring to call out Anthony Joshua. They were blocking that situation as much as they could. You know what I mean? And them being in the same room, I ain't gonna lie to you, it was like shocking to see them in the same room. But they were in the same room, and I wish I had the video on here, man. But when Deontay Wilder was talking, just looking at Anthony Joshua's face, he looked like he was concerned with what Deontay Wilder's approach was. And Deontay Wilder's approach was pretty humble. Like, he didn't want to come at him. He didn't want to talk crazy to him or anything like that. But you could tell, like, he was, like, on edge. That's the word. Anthony Joshua, like, he was on edge, like, ready to defend himself. You know what I mean? Like, on defense mode. Like, he just looked like he was uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he was extremely uncomfortable with being in the same room as Deontay Wilder. That's what I noticed. Every time Deontay Wilder talked, you see his face all balled up, like he was trying to psych himself out to be like he was mad at them, or like he was some type of tough guy. He was doing the face-off with Otto Wilder, and he pointing his fingers and all that. Just extremely out of character for Anthony Joshua, bro. You can just tell that his mind is not in the most peaceful state right now. It just seems like his mentally it's chaotic for him. You know what I mean? It's like he's it seems like he's all over the place mentally. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna send this link out to Claymore. That's what I'm definitely gonna do. Let's chop it up, man. Let's chop it up. That's what I've noticed from his body language and how the way he just looked like he was on edge, very defensive. And this was prior to Jaron Miller talking his talk. You know what I'm saying? It was blatantly obvious to me. But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not a body language expert. Only Anthony Joshua knows what's going on with himself mentally. But based off how the way he talks, based off of the things he's been doing lately, it just seemed like it's chaotic up there, man. I don't really know how else to explain it. But my boy Claymore Rain is in the building. That boy in that studio. That shit fly.
What up?
Fly. What's up, champ? What's up?
Yo, chilling. What's good?
What's up with you? I seen you on Blue Blood too, man. You out here making your runs. That's what's up.
Yeah, I was on
that. Yeah. I like that. But talk to me. What's up?
Man, no, you brought up the right subject, man, because I think shout out to Shakur and that whole, because that card tomorrow gonna be nice. That card is a nice card for tomorrow. I don't think people sleeping on that card tomorrow. But
Top Rank puts together some good undercards though, because they got so many prospects, bro.
Man,
they got Cash Flow.
Yep.
They got Abdullah Mason. He looked real sharp during the media workout. And then Navarrete Conceição, that's a main event in itself. In all honesty, that's like a Top Rank main event in itself. So yeah, they showing up. But yeah, go ahead.
Nah, but yeah, I think the story was this heavyweight, the Saudis again, bringing them back up, just saying like the Saudis just, man, look, man,
they putting their money up.
Listen, they put the bag up. They're not sparing no extras, man. They're putting it all out there. But,
you know what was crazy though? They said that was Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn's first time sharing the stage together.
Yeah.
That blew my mind. Like, I never even really thought about that. I'm like, yo, they both from the UK. You would think that they've done stuff together before. And I'm like, but I really thought about it. I'm like, nah, I've never seen Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn on the same stage at all.
Yeah, and Frank Warren be talking a little spicy about Eddie. Like, Eddie will chill. Like, Eddie will really be kind of humble and, like, ignore it. But Frank will talk some shit. He'll say some shit. He'll say some shit, dog. He'll say some shit. But yeah, that's what the Saudis is doing, right? I remember Bob Arum was talking about it, and Oscar De La Hoya as well has also spoken about how they want to bring all the promotions together so we can stop having these issues getting these fights set up. And it seems like the Saudis is like really trying to show like what they can do. That's what that was about. Like the Saudis is like, yo, this is what we do. Ain't no over here and over there. Over here, it's over here. When the US and the UK, you guys, but over here, this is how we gonna carry it. But look, Anthony, right? Joshua.
Yeah.
Man, Anthony Joshua, bro. Listen, man, I'm a fan of Anthony Joshua, bro. You know what I'm saying? I always root for him. I want him to get it together. You know what I'm saying? I know my man got issues, and I see him fighting through the issues, man. I see him fighting through the issues, and he was fighting through them tonight, man. He came with a chip on his shoulder for sure. You could tell. He had a chip on his shoulder because he came understanding that everybody think you a bitch, dog. Even me. He walked into the room, he felt the energy. Everybody like, you soft, nigga. Wilder over here threatening to kill you. I mean, the way, and Jarrell, what's my man's name? Big Baby. I can never say
Jaron Miller.
Jaron Miller really just set it off and made it awkward. That man was just like, let's address the elephant in the room, bro. You scared of this man. Period. And you ain't trying to fight.
That's crazy for another fighter to point out though, because like Jero said, he said, I don't even like Wilder. Like, so I'm not even trying to stand up for him, but I'm just making it known like you scared of this man. And I know exactly why you scared of this man.
Listen.
He said, yo, either way, he said, bro, so you need to fight somebody with a heartbeat. So this is what we gonna do. He said either you can fight Wilder and get put in the grave, or you can fight me or get put in the hospital. Now that was crazy to me. And Joshua, he looked like he didn't really have a response for it. He was like, man, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Man.
What response he was gonna have for it? He didn't expect that smoke. He ain't know the niggas. He ain't know that dudes from New York and shit like that give it up like that. He wasn't ready for that type of energy. He wasn't, man.
Well, they argued before. Remember when they were supposed to fight each other?
When they were supposed to fight him and just pushed him across the whole damn stage and made a damn mockery out of that dude, bro. He ain't built for that energy. He ain't built for that energy, fam. He's used to that, like, gentlemen, we're gonna have a good fight tomorrow, right? All right, then. Tomorrow, me and you and me. Nah, not over here, fam. Dudes over here, like, really coming out them projects, really not trying to hear none of that nonsense, fam. He really coming for everything you got, trying to take everything you got. Yeah. And he's just not ready for that. But Anthony got a chip on his shoulder, and I think because of the chip on his shoulder, I think he about ready to pull the trigger, man. I think he about ready to pull the trigger and be like,
I hope so.
I feel like he is. If he can get through Otto, if he can get through this, I think he pulls the trigger. I think Saudi offering him a bag to pull the trigger.
Yeah, bro. But like, yo, Eddie's so snakish, bro. Like Eddie Hearn's so snakish to me that he come across as a type dude that he'll reassure them Saudis that Wilder next or whatever. And then like he'll take that bread from that auto fight and then dip off, bro. Like Eddie the type dude that he'll do that. He's done some snakish stuff to fighters and other promoters in the past, and that's why a lot of these dudes don't really want to do business with Eddie. That's why they said that things was getting hold up for a while because the Saudis, they want to deal directly with the fighter. They don't want to deal with no promoters or go through no man. They want to go straight to the source. They not trying to do no middleman type. They cut the middleman out altogether. And that's something that Deontay Wilder was speaking on during the interview. He said, "Yo, I rock with the Saudis because they go straight to the fighter. So the fighter is aware of everything that's going on. They're not getting shortchanged by no promoters or managers or lawyers or anything like that. They let you know they ask you what you want. They make their offers right to you then and there, and then whatever they offer you is what you're gonna be getting. You know what I'm saying? So, they said
that Terence Crawford energy, like what they were talking about doing. That's what the Saudis is kind of doing. You know what I mean? They kind of. That's why when we were talking the other night, I was saying that I'm like, yo, they're bringing in a new business model. They bringing in that streaming direct, fight. You know what I mean? Fighter to the money, bringing the fighter to the table. They doing what the fighters want them to do. And I'm just wondering how that's going to affect the whole algorithm. Of the whole industry. Like, you know what I'm saying? If these guys get spoiled and start getting used to being treated like this, you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
they're not gonna want to settle for less after that.
I don't know why they would. I mean, would you?
No, not at all. Like if I'm used to getting, let's put a number. If I'm used to getting 20 mil a fight, or I've been on a roll where I'm getting 20 mil a fight or something like that. Let's say these Saudis be like, all right, we had enough of this, we gonna pull out. Or like we gonna hold off on this for a little bit. I still gotta get to the money, you know what I'm saying? I still gotta remain active. I still got goals. There's still things I got going on. So when I come to the US and I'm about to do a unification fight or I'm about to fight somebody solid or whatever, they gonna come to the table and be like, yo, listen, like, I mean, this is the budget that we have for the fight. The budget maybe 10 million. Obviously, you gotta pay the other dude too. He's like, yo, I was just getting this, bro. I'm not. Why would I take a pay cut? I'm like, yo, listen, bro. Like, we don't got Saudi money. This is what we got right here. So it's either you gonna take it or leave it. And some people, some people will take the pay cut. I've seen it. But then there's a lot of people like Keith Thurman that they be like, all right, well, I'm gonna just fall back until y'all give me what I want. Some people content with just falling back until they feel like they get what they worth. They don't care about the ring rust, the inactivity. They don't care about wasting their prime. None of that.
Yeah, once you get it, that's what you're worth, right? Like once you get it, I don't want to go down. I only want to go up, man. Like so,
especially if I haven't lost. I'm not gonna want to take a back step because if you lose, then you pretty much in a situation where it's like you done fell down a little bit. Now you gotta build yourself back up. But like if I'm winning consecutively, like I'm on a roll and I'm getting this type of bread, I'm not gonna want to take a back step on that money that I'm getting. You know what I'm saying?
I think doing that. I think they're gonna pick it up.
But Otto Wallin, that's a tough stylistic matchup for AJ, for real.
That's a fight.
I don't understand the matchmaking behind that. Like I know they wanted some exciting fights, they want some good fights or whatever, but Otto Wallin wasn't the first name that came to mind. Like if AJ was fighting, if he's not fighting Wilder, then I probably would have liked to have seen AJ and Zhang. I would have loved to have seen that. That'd have been a great fight.
Zhang might sleep him.
But I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is, trust me, I know. But what I'm trying to say is, I didn't understand how they just pulled Otto Wallin out the head. Because for real, I haven't heard much from Otto since he beat up on like Dominic Brazil not too long ago.
Otto was the one who put the hands on Tyson Fury, right? He put hands on him.
Yeah, like he split him real bad with a punch, and they just let Tyson Fury rock because they wasn't trying to lose their money. Because that was the fight before he was supposed to take on that Wilder Jones.
Right, I remember.
And so he was just trying to stay busy or whatever, and they wasn't trying to lose that Deontay Wilder fight, so they let him rock with that crazy cut. But he hurt Tyson Fury and everything. Like he was giving him a hell of a fight. And Otto Wallin he beat up on Dominic Brazil bad, bro. Bad. It's like Otto could rumble. What'd you say?
Dominic should never been in boxing, bro. He was just a weight bully, bro. He's horrible. He was horrible, bro.
he was getting some wins and all. I'm like, oh, okay, Dominic. But then, like, once he went up against like the real dogs, he folded up. But
That
Yeah,
Deontay Wilder fight was just like, get him out of the ring, bro. Put him on the stretch and get him out of here. What was that? You know what I mean? He was just big disappointment.
AJ did him dirty too, though.
Yep.
AJ did him dirty. But yeah, I think that's a tough stylistic matchup for AJ, especially at this point in his career. How the way he's been like looking in the ring lately, just gunshot, hesitant, almost seems like he's discouraged in a way. You know what I'm saying? Especially in that Robert Helenius fight, it took him forever to find that right hand. And it took him 7 rounds to dispose of Helenius when his chin was straight up in the air.
He was there to get knocked out, and he just wasn't.
Yeah, he was just so hesitant to pull the trigger, bro. And doing that against somebody like Otto, who likes to stay active and lets his hands go and has solid boxing ability. That could really pose some problems for AJ. If AJ is having trouble pulling that trigger against Otto, he might get outboxed. So he's gonna have to get back to the old AJ, man, because the old AJ prior to the Andy Ruiz fight, I would have believed that he would get Wilding up out of there. You know what I'm saying? But this one, this version of Anthony Joshua I've been seeing, I wouldn't be surprised if, he don't look good against this guy. Not saying that he'll lose to him, but I don't know if he's going to look impressive. That's going to make me feel like the Wilder fight will be competitive, or like he might do something to Wilder. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Go for it. I think he's gonna go for it, man. There's all these variables, right? Like he's fighting in front of the Saudis. He's obviously campaigning for a bag. Him and Wilder campaigning for a bag. Wilder's like, look, do your job, man, because I'm gonna do my job. Like, I'm gonna sell my half of the fight. I need you to do it. And I think that's why he came with that chip on the shoulder. He came with that, like, yo, I'm not playing with nobody on the stage. Everybody can get it. Whether he meant it or he didn't mean it, it didn't matter. He was on a mission. You know what I'm saying? He was on a mission to sell the energy that he's on right now. And I think that's going to turn into him going for it. I think that's why he changed trainers and everything. You know what I mean? And Derek James is another conversation, right? Because we've spoken about that as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're going to get into that. But what I want to ask you before we get into that is, do you think – I got my opinion on this situation, but I want to hear what you think. Do you think that – because I just made the point that with the 4 fights, he's had 3 different trainers.
Yeah.
Do you think that's because he's not confident in himself, or he's not confident in what they're teaching him? Because, let me just ask that. Why do you think the sudden trainer, the habitual trainer changes? Why do you think that's going on?
I think it's 100% a confidence issue. I think it's a lack of confidence issue in everything. I mean, in everything and anything, but it's definitely, to keep it simple, because for me to sit here right now and put my finger right on the pulse of what he's not confident in, I'd be really lying or really just reaching to find it. But I would say more importantly, it is a lack of confidence to do something like that. It's like anything in life. You're constantly switching. You know what I mean? You switching your outfit 4 or 5 times before we leave to go to the club. You switching. You know what I'm saying? Your choices at the restaurant, and you keep. No, I want this. I think I want this. Or anytime somebody's moving like that, it's showing a lack of confidence, and there's something going on. You know what I mean? I think he wants to find the old Anthony Joshua. I think he wants to go headhunting. He knows who he needs to be able to compete with Deontay Wilder. I know he understands that. He understands that he can't play tippy-toe. And I think Derek James was really on some, like, let's go back to the basic shit. And you don't got to do that. We can win this one. And he's just like, all right, when are we going to start? It's kind of like the Karate Kid and Mr. Miyagi. And Mr. Miyagi's like, yo, put the white wax on, wax off. And I think Anthony's like, man, I don't got time for wax on, wax off, bro. I need to get right into breaking some boards. And I'm trying to get ready for this dude. I keep telling this dude I'm going to be ready to fight him. And this wax on, wax off shit ain't it, you know? And I think he's going to Ben Davison, because Ben Davison's like, bro, let's get you ready to fight Deontay. You know what I'm saying? Let's get you ready for Deontay.
It's actually smart. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yo, Ben Davison was Tyson Fury trainer for the first Wilder.
Yes.
And that first Wilder fight, Tyson Fury had a lot of success. Although he got dropped twice, he had a lot of success avoiding Deontay Wilder's right hand. So he might be looking at it as, yo, he might have a recipe that can help me be successful in this fight. So that may be exactly why he's going in that Ben Davison direction. That's actually something I didn't even really think about.
Yeah,
but
Derek James doesn't seem so pressed about Deontay. He doesn't seem like he cares. He's more like, nah, man, we're not training for Deontay. We training for training. And I think Ben Davison's more like, nah, bro. You know, and I feel more importantly, Anthony Joshua's like, nah, we need to be training for Deontay Wilder, bro. That's why I brought you here. I brought you here for Deontay Wilder, bro. Like, I'm getting ready for Deontay. That's why I got you here. If you're not going to get me ready for that, then I'll holler at you in a minute. Let me get ready for Deontay right quick.
Yeah, because Derek James, he says it himself. He says that number one never worries about number two. So he's strictly focused on himself and what he has going on. And whenever they talk about like game plans and stuff like that, he said, we never just prepare for one fighter. We just prepare on being our best self. So that makes a lot of sense. I didn't think about it from that aspect neither. But now thinking about it, it seems like AJ might have a legitimate reason to transition to another person. But from now I'm gonna provide my opinion on the constant trainers. I think it's a lack of. It could be a few different things, like you said. For me to pinpoint one exact reason why he's doing it, that would be me like just being biased or like just me just lying. You know what I'm saying? But typically, because I've experienced this as well, with like fighters constantly coming and going and trying to come back. It's really like a lack of. It could be a lack of accountability on AJ part. You know what I'm saying? Robert Garcia even said that. He said that he gave him like a good game plan going into that second Usyk fight, which was being more aggressive to the body and stuff like that. And Anthony Joshua started off real successful in the beginning with the good body shots and just coming forward and using his physical attributes as a weapon in that fight. Then he just pretty much drifted off in the mid and late rounds. And Alexander Usyk was able to outpoint him afterwards. And he said that after the fact that like AJ pretty much had like something against Robert Garcia because Robert Garcia had went on an interview and said what he did wrong. So instead of AJ just taking on the chin and recognizing what he did wrong, he looked at the guy who was helping him get ready for a fight as a hater and then got up out the way. So I think it could be an accountability issue. It's plain as day. It's a lack of security. You know what I mean? It seemed like he's insecure at this point in time. He's not too sure of himself or the people that's around him. That's what it comes across as. And when you listen to AJ during like certain interviews, you could tell that he's not secure in his mental strength because he always brings it up. I believe they was interviewing him for like All Access with Crawford and Spence. He happened to be in Derek James' gym. He was like, "Yeah, man, it's just something about being here, man.
I remember that. Yeah,
it tests this up here. It tests this up here." And I'm like, bro, you always find. And then like he was talking about being in a dark room with just him and his thoughts for 4 days, something that like Aaron Rodgers had done.
Yes,
and it's supposed to like really help you. You know what I mean? Bring you peace or just touch your mental strength or whatever. He always is like he's trying to find something. He's trying to find a remedy that could get him back to his old self. But what I believe is that's a mistake in itself. I think that he needs to find the new version of him. I don't think he's going to be able to go back into that old bag and be that person that he used to be. I think he needs to reinvent himself to be a new and improved version of himself, a more dangerous fighter. Like when George Foreman, right? When he was young and knocking people out the frame and almost putting Joe Frazier in a body bag and all that. He said that he was like he wanted to hurt people. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to hurt people. He was real emotional coming up in boxing and stuff like that. Then after he took that loss against Muhammad Ali and he had that long layoff, he said he was on a mission to find himself. And that when he came back, he was a lot less emotional, more thoughtful, more strategic. And he said that even though he was older, it essentially made him a dangerous fighter. Mm-hmm. And I think that Anthony Joshua needs to let go of all that previous trauma with him losing against Andy Ruiz and all that. I still think that loss affects him to this day, even though he avenged that fight. He avenged that loss. I still feel like that exact moment still affects him to this day because it just seemed like his confidence hasn't been the same since then. So I think that he needs to let go of that previous trauma. And he just needs to learn from that situation and find ways to just I don't know. I don't got the recipe for it. I don't know. I've never been in that situation, but he needs to really find himself, understand what situation he's in right now, and really try to find a way to take a page out of George Foreman's book and just be more. Take those lessons that he made previously in his career and make that turn them negatives into a positive. You know what I mean? And make that something that can make him better as a fighter. You know what I mean? But how exactly he's gonna go about that, I don't know. That's something for him to figure out. But
he got to fight. That's how he gonna figure it out. He got to get up there and throw it to the wind and fight, bro.
He gonna have to.
He got to fight.
Jump in. He just gonna have to jump in. Yeah.
He got to fight, man. He got to swing. He got to swing back. He got to be ready to be hit. He got to accept that he's gonna get hit. And he's got to embrace the pain, embrace what it is, because there's no getting around it. You're never going to be as slick. And that's another thing. He needs to become conscious of his identity as far as you're not Usyk, bro. You're not Tyson Fury. You're not Muhammad Ali. You're not all them people you keep watching on videos. You're fucking Anthony Joshua, bro. You're the nigga who beat Klitschko. You're the nigga who knocked out Dillian White. You have an identity. You don't have to look for your identity. Be who you are. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Accept who you are, bro, and tap into that. Like Deontay Wilder, what makes him who he is? He's not trying to be nothing but him. He's accepted who he is. I got this 1-2. I got this crazy right hand. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on you.
He says you gotta be perfect in 12 rounds. I don't need to be perfect in 2 seconds.
Boom. Could you imagine if he was trying to beat you every single round and he was getting on himself every round? Like, damn, I lost that round. Damn, I lost that round. He'd go crazy.
That's exactly what Anthony Joshua does, because that whole fight with Alexander Usyk, he was trying to prove that he was just as skilled as him or more skilled. And it's like, bro, that man is an Olympic gold. I think he's a gold medalist from what I understand. That man is decorated, bro. Former undisputed cruiserweight champion, bro. You're not gonna be able to go tit for tat with that man. Like, you need to understand. And you started boxing late, so this man has like a significant advantage over you in terms of experience.
Talk about
all of that. Why are you trying to box with this man who's a naturally smaller man that is pretty reliant on his boxing ability? You need to use your physical attributes to have that advantage against him. I think that's what Tyson Fury gonna do against Alexander. For real. But that's what he needed to do. But instead, he got in this mentality where it's like, I want to show them this. I want to show them that. You're trying to show the people somebody that you're not. And that's why you put on them shitty performances. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
You're trying to out-person the person you fighting. You're trying to out Usyk. You're trying to out. What are you doing, bro? You need to. Anthony Joshua needs to beat Usyk. The only person who could beat Usyk in that ring is Anthony Joshua. If Anthony Joshua's not showing up, you can't win. So he needs to shake that idea he has that I'm trying to become the best boxer. Bro, win. Deontay ain't trying to be the best boxer. He's trying to knock you the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's trying to do.
Don't care about none of that.
He's not trying to be no better boxer. That boy don't even do no road work, bro. He don't even run.
Yeah,
bro.
He said he was just swimming like his man-made lake or some shit like that. He said that he literally said, I remember one time he said that he puts his hands on the back of his boat and he just, to like push his conditioning and stuff, like he'll just kick his feet. Like he'll like really, like pretty much swimming. He don't do no road work, none of that. And with Malik Scott, they keep talking about how his technique and everything is improving. Bro, all they really working on is better ways to disguise his right hand. That's all.
You see it,
bro. Why? Look at his pad work. Look at his pad work, bro. Every combination, he's ending with the right hand, and he's finding different ways. He jabbing, then shoot the 1-2. He'll feint 1-2, left hook, right hand, jab, left hook, right hand. Like Malik is just giving him different ways to blind somebody before he stick that right hand on him. You know what I mean?
Now let me ask you something on Deontay.
Yeah.
Deontay hasn't fought in about what, a year and a half? 2 years, year and a half.
No, didn't he recently fight in like December? Didn't he fight last December?
Robert Helenius. That's his
What
last
was that?
fight.
What date was that?
Find that out right now. Let's find out right now. Hold on, I'll tell you right now.
I swear that was the end of last year that he.
Well, I mean, Anthony Joshua just for a Robert Helenius win.
No, more recently, obviously, yeah.
I know, but like when, like this summer. Let me see.
Yeah, maybe. It wasn't that long ago, for real.
I'll tell you. Wilder record. It is. Well, hold on. Let me go to boxing. There we go. Boxing rec. All right. Robert Helenius. He fought in October of 2022.
Okay, so like a year and a month.
A year and a month, right in about a year.
13 months.
And now he's about to fight in December, right? December 23rd.
December 23rd. So that would be, 14-month layoff.
Okay. He ain't been fighting. And the fight that he had was like a minute and a half fight.
So it really wasn't a fight for real.
Yeah. You almost don't want to count that fight. Like you almost want to go to the fight he had before that because that was almost like.
That was Fury where he got stopped. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So whoever this is going to be coming into the ring, this dude done cried on TV. He done went to some place in South America and got on some of that shit that make you hallucinate. He done got tapped into his feelings. You know, what's that shit they be doing in South America, bro? What is it called, man? It's like a drink that makes you hallucinate. You don't know what it is, man?
Talking about toad?
Yeah, it's not the toad, but something like the toad. It's something else though. It's like a root.
I forget something's TEM. I don't even know, bro.
Like DMT or something like something.
Yeah. That I heard Joe talk about that. Yeah,
he did that. So now what I'm getting to is
you said AJ did that?
No, Deontay.
Oh, Deontay did that. Oh, okay.
Since the Tyson Fury fight, right? That's why the boy busted out crying like he can't have nobody, he can't have no family, he can't have no kids. You don't understand what we go through. This is a new man, bro. This is not listen, this is a new guy, family. This ain't the same guy. This is not the same guy, man. I'm telling you. Or there's a chance of him being, he could be more lethal, right? Maybe he's even more dangerous, or he could not be as dangerous. But I don't believe whatever it is, he's not the same person. Okay. Now he's about to get in the ring with Joseph Parker, right?
Yeah.
Who's a disciplined boxer. Joseph Parker, a good boxer, man. He ain't no lame. You know what I mean? He ain't no lame, bro, for that heavyweight division. I don't know, bro. I think he's gonna get. I think he might get stuck, bro. I think he might get stuck on December 23rd.
Who?
Deontay.
Ooh-wee. I think he gonna, as soon as he catch Joseph, is a wrap.
I think, yeah, if he catch him,
catch him clean.
If Joseph goes in there and tries to be aggressive, yeah, he going to sleep. But if Joseph acknowledges, like, yo, I know, family, by now everybody should know what Deontay's doing and what he's gonna do. You gotta know what he's gonna do, man.
That's what's crazy though. They've been knowing his whole career. He's still doing it. They tried to outbox him, bro. I seen Gerald Washington try to outbox Wilder. I seen Luis Ortiz try to take him for a walk, and bro, it just don't work, bro. I don't know. I think he's just a master at just finding that right hand.
Finding it, huh?
Yeah, it's just like it's he's skilled to that extent. You know what I mean? Because you can have all the power in the world, but if you don't know how to set up a punch or disguise a punch, then it really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But the situation is Wilder always finds a way, and he always does it off the jab. He always finds a way to blind his opponent so they're not able to see that right hand. He punches directly behind that jab, and he finds it, bro.
He's fast. He's fast as hell. It's like a laser.
That right hand is a rocket. That right hand a rocket, and wherever it hits you, it's going to put you out.
Through the block, whatever. It don't matter.
That right hand don't even need to be accurate because he like hit Helenius. I don't even know where he hit him, like on the top of the head.
Like a short punch too. It was real short.
He bounced off, and then he wasn't even stepping forward. He bounced off the ropes and hit him. So it was like he don't even need to load it up. he don't need to step into it. Nothing. He just like whenever it hits somebody, it just put them out. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Joseph Parker gonna be successful until he get cracked, just like a lot of these dudes.
Nah, but the thing is, who has Deontay fought with actual power? Like all heavyweights have power, you know what I'm saying? But who has he fought with real? I say Luis Ortiz. Who else?
That's what I was gonna say. That was probably the main one. He probably had the most pop out of all the dudes he fought.
And Lewis had him doing the stanky leg in that in the first fight.
Yeah, he did.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. Listen, man,
Parker got power like that.
I think he got enough. I think he got enough power to not. I don't think you should just let him punch you in your face.
Oh yeah, I hope not. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that should happen. And I think Deontay gets hit. I think he gets hit. He gets hit. You know what I'm saying? And I think Anthony could do him dirty. I think if Anthony can get out his head, I think Anthony Joshua got the tools physically.
I think stylistically, it's a terrible matchup for AJ though. If he had more upper body movement, or if he wasn't so robotic, bro, I would give him a better chance. But because like he keeps his head on the center line, bro, he don't really understand how to get out of distance. Like he don't really know how to get out of range with his feet or anything like that, bro. I don't know, bro.
Was there ever a version of Anthony Joshua that could beat Deontay?
Probably when he was more aggressive. Maybe when he was like that fight with Dillian White where he was like coming forward and the combination punching Anthony Joshua that was aggressive, come forward and wasn't really concerned about getting hit. Maybe that would have been him, but then again, maybe him getting too greedy will work the Wilder's benefit too. But I think the more confident Anthony Joshua that wasn't afraid of return fire, I think he would have had a better chance. The combination puncher. Because Anthony Joshua, he's knocked people out with one punch, but like watching him come up, he was more of like an accumulative puncher. Like he would put his punches together, and then too many of those was going to get you up out of there. So maybe the one that fought like Dillian.
I think Anthony Joshua has the second best knockout ratio in the heavyweight division behind Deontay. I think he does, man. I'm telling you.
He could crack. There ain't no doubt he could crack. He could hurt Wilder if he touch him. That's not what's being discussed. It's just I think Wilder's power is more, that right hand is more dangerous. It's just that right hand is different, bro.
Yeah, I want to see Joshua
by less. I've seen Joshua get hurt by less.
Who hurt him?
Klitschko, Dillian White hurt him.
Down.
Yeah. Dillian White hurt him, but he came back and stopped it.
Dillian hurt him, yes.
I seen Povetkin like rattle him a little bit. And it seemed, well, I'm not gonna say hurt, but Usyk looked like he stunned him a couple times, but like not where it was like he was like about to be out of the fight. But that first fight with Usyk, it looked like Usyk was about to get him out of there in the last couple rounds. So, but that was because Usyk was just his accuracy was on the beam that night. That's really what it was. It was just the build up of all that punishment. But Joshua's been hurt, but Wilder been hurt too. I seen him get hurt by a journeyman.
Gerald hurt him.
Who?
Gerald Washington had him, caught him.
Who was it? It was this one dude that like cracked him, bro. And he was hurt, but then he came back and stopped, dude. I forgot who it was, man. No, the drummer boy. What was it? What was his name? They called him the drummer boy. His name was like, I don't think it was Eric Molina. It was like some Hispanic dude that he had like a crazy, like he lost to a lot of dudes, but like he had like a lot of his majority of his wins was by knockout. Damn, bro. His name was like the drummer boy, something like that. Somebody in the comments let me know. But yeah, it was one of them type Johns. But Wilder got hurt against Luis, clearly.
Yeah.
Obviously, Fury. He got his eardrum broke and all that. So yeah, he's very capable of They both capable of hurting each other. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes. If Joshua can come in ready to be, I don't want to say ready to be knocked out, but Eric Molina.
Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eric Drummerboy Molina.
He had Wilder on Queer Street for a little bit.
Yeah, Eric Drummerboy Molina. Anthony just got to come ready, man, to come ready to die, man.
Yeah.
Get comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Come ready for that. Yeah. This you know what? If I'm gonna die tonight, I'm gonna die tonight, but I'm gonna try to take your head off, bro, because I know I can also kill you. I know I can also do whatever you're doing to me. I know I could do to you. He has to accept that. You know what I mean? Stop trying to be whatever the hell he is. Stop watching the Muhammad Ali videos, bro. Stop it, bro. It's hurting you. Stop watching the Muhammad Ali videos, bro. That's not who you are, bro.
I was watching Ali the other night, and I was like, yo, that man would have been in this era right now, prime Ali. Niggas be assed out. That's all I'm saying.
They couldn't hang with him. The athleticism, they couldn't hang with it.
Too much, bro. Ali was different, man. I was really watching him. I was like, yeah, he nasty. He was nasty. That's his weakness. He's scared of death.
Listen, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. But man, when you fighting somebody like Deontay Wilder, who said he looking for a body, that he want to kill somebody, you better be ready to die, bro. Or you ain't gonna be able to. That's a scary feeling. Look, I ain't gonna do it, so I ain't finna, pass too much judgment on you, bro, because I ain't finna go in there with no damn Wilder, right? So I'm not gonna talk no crazy shit, you know what I mean? But you chose the job, bro. You chose the, you know what I'm saying? So carry it right. Carry it right. Yo, how do you think Shakur was looking today, man? I think
he looked big as hell.
Dog, what the hell was I looking at, bro? Is he on snack too? Yo, what's yo, I said, yo, big, bro. Yo, what's up? He tall, big. Yo, he look like
bro. I was looking, I was like, because I've seen Shakur like against Jamel Herring, he looked big. Then like Valdez a small dude. But I'm like, damn, like, he don't look like no 130 for real. Like, what's going on? So then when he didn't make weight against, I think it was Conceição. I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. That makes sense that, you know what I'm saying? Because he looked way too big for the weight class. So then now he had 35. And I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? Maybe De Los Santos don't look like a small dude. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll be more. Bro.
I was shocked.
Weighing, and I'm like, bro, am I seeing this right? Because like De Los Santos looked like he was the one who moved up.
I thought De Los Santos was going to be, I don't know. I thought he was going to be like kind of like as big or bigger than him.
That's what I thought too. That's what I thought too.
That boy stood on top of that dude, bro. Was looking down at bro like, you fucked up.
Bro.
It's been a long ass 7 months, bro.
Like, bro, what is going on? Like, bro,
long ass 7 months, bro. Y'all ain't seen me.
You came up from 26, bro, and you look that big. Like, that's crazy to me.
And Terence Crawford in his interview was talking about snack real openly, like, yeah, man, no, I use the program, you know what I mean? You got to know how to use it. He's openly speaking about it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, okay, all right.
But from what I understand, there's some fighters that train at Snack, and there's fighters that's sponsored by Snack. You know what I mean? Because I know fighters, I know one fighter from Philly that was two fighters from Philly that's sponsored by Snack.
Yeah, Boots.
Because they get a nice little check, but they don't use they be tossing them supplements out. They're like, but then there's people who train with Snack, like Devin Haney. I seen Mikey Garcia train there one time. Demetrius Andre be training over there. And I think I seen Bud at the Snack facility too.
And Bud ain't hiding it though. Like today, he was talking about it in real time. Like, nah, man, I'm doing. Yeah, yes, I do Snack. I do Snack. Yo, man, Shakur look real. I think he might.
Weird because he weighed 133.2. So it's like he looked big, but he's making the weight easy. So it's like, I don't know, man. And then like I've seen like in his training camp, he had like big ass plates of steak and all these. And he's like, yeah, man, I gotta eat up. You know what I mean? Making weight too easy. So I'm like, if you making 133, it's like you could probably make 30, bro. I don't know. Like it was just
Yeah, I think he can make 30. I think he can make 30, but I think he feels real good at 135. Like he
yeah.
feels real good.
Like, there was nothing left for him at 30 to do anymore because he beat all them. He beat like who he felt like he needed to. He became unified and was like, yo, these other dudes ain't gonna give me a shot. I'm gonna just move up, see if I can get some bigger fights. You know what I'm saying?
Plus Shakur, I mean, oh God, Shakur. Plus Devin and Javante up there, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tio was up there at the time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, come get him while you can. I was actually thinking about that for Jaron as well. I'm like, I was like, I know, but Jaron just needs to unify, bro. He needs to not chase Terence and Errol, bro. Don't chase him, bro. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Because there and they still won't fight him.
You're right. I'm like, don't even do it, bro. Just bust everybody's head up over here at 147, man. And if they're there when you go naturally, they're there, but they won't be there. That's just not for him. It's just not.
Earl gonna be long gone, bro. I think those fights from Terence took a lot out of him, bro. I don't think he gonna be in boxing
right now. I think he gone. Right now.
Probably got like 2 more years left, and he out too.
Who, Bud? Bud trying to leave. That's why he said fuck the IBF.
Yo, bro, he trying.
He said that shit so proudly and confidently. Like he said it in a way where it was just like, so what, they mad at me? So like he had that attitude. But when he said that, I knew. As soon as he said that shit, I said he about to go. He done. He don't care. He don't care. He don't even care no more.
Money. Yeah, he like, man, I already made history. I'm the only man still to this day. I know he gonna end up doing it too, but and then Usyk might be able to do it too, but he like, man, I'm the first one to do that, so I ain't tripping. Y'all can't change the history books. Like that's his mentality. Like I already made history. I don't give a fuck if y'all take the belt. Because at the end of the day, y'all can't change what just happened. I mean,
is he wrong though?
No, he not. He not.
Right? Like at the end of the day,
the fact. But yeah, like he not really tripping. And then he was just like throwing shots at Boots. He's like, yo, why you rocking 2 of the same belts? Now you about to have 3 of the same belts. And then
no, like, I don't think he was throwing shots at Boots. I think he was throwing shots at the IBF to be like, y'all got this dude looking crazy out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you sending him a belt in the email and now makes him look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, now what was definitely a shot at Boots was him saying, yo, like fighters nowadays, they just okay with being email champions.
Yeah.
But then like I saw the interview with Boots that YSM put up, and he said, bro, that was out of my hands. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, they didn't give me the option. They just gave the belt to me. Like,
you saw his face too. I feel so bad for Boots, bro. I do. I do, because he don't deserve this shit, bro. And it's just like, you see it in his face, he was just like, I don't think he thought they were gonna do that. I think he thought when they stripped Bud that they were gonna set up a fight for him to go get the belt. And when they just like made him champion, he was like, what? Y'all just gonna make me champion? It's kind of like he knows what comes with that. Like, I don't
Tim Tszyu said the same thing though. He was like, yo, they just handed the belt to me instead of fighting for it. I don't really feel vindicated.
Right.
Like, I don't feel like a champion because y'all didn't give me the opportunity to beat somebody for it. Y'all just handed it to me.
Yeah, the IBF handled that shit wrong.
Yeah, Boots said, bro, that shit out of my hands. But at the same time, he's like, I'm not going to sit here and like turn the belt down.
And at the end of the day, we all know he the truth, bro. That's the one thing. People who want to say he an email champ, like he not him, y'all out your minds. I saw people in the comments like, who did he fight? But stop it, bro. Y'all see what.
Stop that shit, bro. That really need to stop in boxing. It's like
the eye test tells you, bro. Don't let your eyes lie. You know what I mean? You see it, bro, with your eyes, man. You see what that is, man. Stop it.
Yeah, and then like at the same time, it's like if Boots, like I said on one of my previous lives, if Boots was in a situation where like he wasn't looking to fight the top dogs or whatever, and then he all of a sudden get put in the line to fight a champion, he'd be like, oh, like why does he, bro? He don't even want to fight them dudes. Why? What has he done? I would understand that, but it's like Boots calling out everybody and their mom to fight, bro. Like everybody, and they not even looking in his direction. I remember he called out Ugas, Porter. He said, yo, Porter, why don't you come out of retirement and fight me? Porter didn't respond. Danny don't even want to look his way, and they train across the street from each other. He don't even want to look Danny way. Danny don't even want to look his way. Thurman act like he's such a star and he above Boots. Stanionis said he needed a tune-up, but he was about to fight Thurman, so that was cap. Cody Crawley turning down offers. Bro, what? Virgil Ortiz at 54 now. What is he supposed to do? Rashidi Ellis, he need to come back off of that Romain Villa loss.
Yeah, what's he gonna do? Because that was actually a fight that they were trying to line up. I remember they were talking shit to each other a little bit
because they thought Rashidi was gonna beat Villa, and that shit didn't work out like that. It was actually a bad style matchup. And he's just like, all right, well, Villa won, so let's line him up with Boots, and then Boots destroys him. Probably ruined that kid's career for real.
Who, Villa?
Villa, yeah, he took so much punishment in that fight, he might not be the same.
Yeah,
he took that type of punishment, bro, and then you took all that punishment throughout all those rounds. They get stopped late. It reminded me. It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same kind of fight, but like Tito, Trinidad, and Vargas. Out of the way that Vargas took punishment the whole fight, and then got stopped late, and then Vargas was never the same after that. I could exactly. If and it seemed like unaffected, I'll be very impressed because he took a lot of damage, bro. He stood up to a lot of Boost shots that a lot of dudes wouldn't have been able to take, and he handled that. But
the way he went down too, he went down like he got it was almost an exhaustion.
Yeah,
what is an exhaustion?
No more. He got broken.
Yeah.
So but besides that, it's like, what is Boost supposed to do? Nobody giving him a shot. Ain't nobody looking his way, bro. He gonna have to get it from the gutter, bro. He gonna have to really do everything he got. Man, he just need to get all them belts, bro.
That's it.
Get all them belts.
He need to beat everybody up bad. You know what I'm saying? He needs to do them dirty. He needs to just do people dirty. He just needs to OD on them.
And fuck with all these fans. They just hating on you anyway, bro. They gonna say something about you regardless. So, bro, go ahead, get Barrios up out of here. It seemed like that's gonna be his next fight because Barrios the only one that seemed like
he WBC, right? Is Barrios the WBC interim right now?
He got a version of WBC. I don't know which one though. I know he got a version of it. Or was it WBA? It's one of them, Jones. I don't know.
That's the green one. I feel like it's the green one. It's the WBC.
He got a version of it. So that'd be a good John. That'd be a good.
The next one.
Barrios, he the only one that I'm not questioning that dude heart at all.
That Aztec warrior.
He about that. He not tripping. I'm sure he'll fight Boots for sure. Fight him. You know what I'm saying? See if that'll entice Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman not gonna move up to 54. He's scared. So it's like he gonna have to fight Boots eventually. He gonna have to, unless he's just gonna retire. Or if he's just going to just fight Stanionis, what?
Yeah, I thought I ain't gonna hold you. I think he'll fight Stanionis before he fights.
Of course he, because Stanionis is a better style. Keith will be able to outbox Stanionis. Keith gonna be on his bicycle, punch, get out the way, get on some movement, outbox him. He can outbox Stanionis. He's not doing that with Boots. Whatever pick you want to get into, Boots gonna do better than him. If he try to box with Boots, shit gonna be easy, man. Shit gonna be easy. This version of Keith Thurman, he don't got nothing for Boots.
I don't even know who this Keith Thurman is. I don't even know who he is. The last time I seen him fight was Barrios, and I wasn't that impressed.
Yeah, Barrios is hurting him.
Yeah.
How do you know? It's like, bro, you get hurt by Boots, bro, you gonna get stopped.
Yeah, Boots gonna run through it all easy. He gonna run through it all easy. He gonna run through it.
Look, Bobby Martin said Boots could fight Bud at 54. That we were just talking about that he shouldn't be chasing them guys. I think he just need to take over 47 and then go up. I think that'll be a mistake because we seen what fighters did. You remember when Triple Jesus waited for Canelo?
Who?
Triple G.
Yes.
He wasted a lot of time waiting for Canelo.
He did.
He ended up getting 3 fights out of him, but in the meantime, bro, he lost a lot of time where he could have been fighting some top guys. Like he could have easily fought Jamal. That would have been a good fight. He could have fought. I mean, he could have fought. He could have fought some good. He could have fought some great. He could have fought Andrade. He could have fought Erislandy Lara. But like he sat back and just let time pass by, just waiting for Canelo. And like just to stay warmed up, he was just beating on just like
Americans and cab drivers.
Exactly. So yeah, like he wasted his time. It seemed like Isaac Cruz doing that with Tank right now, just waiting for Tank.
Isaac Cruz, he's stupid. I'm sorry.
He dumb, bro.
He's not smart, man. He's not a sharp guy, bro. He gonna get knocked the fuck out too, because he really believes. That's what I'm talking about, being real with yourself, bro. Like, you know that man had a broken hand, bro. What are you talking about? He's gonna.
You think you're worthy of a rematch when he beat you with one hand?
He gonna
beat you too. I'll box you with one hand.
And listen, Gervonta is petty, bro. He gonna beat the shit out you. He gonna really beat the shit out you, bro. He gonna really make a statement. Fine, I'm gonna watch it. I ain't gonna act like I ain't gonna watch it. So let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He gonna beat the fuck out you. But I am ready for Tank to, you know, like Tank. You know, I said there's like stages for boxers, right? And you would know better than me because you're training them. You know what I'm saying? But it's like they got that first stage where they're trying to make a name for themselves and they're taking everybody, right? They just busting up anybody who step in front of them. Then they got that second stage where they start title hunting. Like they start trying to get the titles and get unified. Then they get all the accolades, and they got that third stage, which is where I think Terence is at, where it's just like, I'm looking for the big fights. I've already made my name. I've already cemented my legacy. So now I'm looking for money. I feel like Gervonta switched the second and third stage, right? He came in, did what he had to do in the first stage, but he went and got the money in the second stage. Gervonta's been operating like a nigga who has already earned, like he's already made it, even though he has no belts. And I think now that he's made the money, now he's coming in for the legacy. Now he's coming in for the, I need to get Shakur, I need to get Devin, I need to go get Teofimo, I need to go get, you know what I'm saying? Right now, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I chalk that up to Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe, how the way they've been moving them. You know what I mean? I think they seen that they could use social media as a platform to really gain some type of popularity and just boost. Tank has been very fortunate to be accepted by like the hip hop community and stuff like that. Like he's one of very few boxers that I see get posted like on the Shade Room and stuff like that. He just got that. That's his type of audience. He has that type of pool, and the younger generation of kids like him. You know what I mean? Like I've done interviews in my gym. You can see it on my channel. They be like, "Yo, who your favorite fighter?" And they all the little kids, they say Tank. Fuck with Tank heavy. Like he just got that influence. He got that pull amongst the youth. So he probably just like, man, do I really need to get all these belts to become a star when I'm already getting all this fame through social media platforms and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? It's like the internet helped him skip that stage where he didn't need the belts and the multiple weight divisions and you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. That social media and being accepted and just having that influence amongst the people helped him skip the line, essentially. Yeah. That's what I think. And I just think that Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe been taking advantage of that situation. Where like, all right, we just going to give you guys that you're going to look good against. Whether like flat-footed Hispanic fighters. You know what I mean? I find it real interesting that that's been like the blueprint for him lately, similar to Floyd's blueprint coming up.
They're fighting all the Mexicans?
Huh?
Fighting all the Mexicans?
Yeah, like flat-footed dudes that they able to like, you know what I mean, have that foot speed advantage over and just overall just speed in general, just like overall boxing ability, they usually have the advantage. And I haven't seen anybody on Tank's resume that could potentially outbox him. There's always somebody that.
Yeah, he hasn't fought nobody who's willing to.
No slick.
Right. He everybody wants to fight him. Like I think when he gets in the ring with Shakur, even with Devin, bro, I think he's gonna have to. I just, I was having this conversation on another panel that I was speaking on about Gervonta, and they were mad as hell at me about this, right? I guess Bernard Hopkins had said that he made Tank Davis his pound for pound fighter, right? Did you hear that? Bernard said when they asked him who's the pound for pound best fighter in boxing right now, he said Gervonta. And they were like, what about Terence? So the argument came up about, who would you say is the better boxer, or who's the pound for pound best boxer? Said Terence Crawford or Gervonta Davis? Well, I mean, I said Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's no questions. And why? Because Terence Crawford is accomplished. You know what I'm saying? He's the more accomplished fighter. He's just been. We've seen him in his bag. We've seen him fight in different ways. Go backwards, forward. Are you there?
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay, going backwards and forwards. I say Gervonta's best fights are ahead of him. You know what I'm saying? His best fights, when we're going to get to see who he really is, we haven't got to see those fights yet. We see that he's exciting. We see what, you know what I'm saying? And the eye test is there. We see the talent there, kind of like Boots, right? Like, you see what you're looking at. But at the end of the day, Gervonta hasn't been in front of a Shakur or a Devin. And I'm not just talking about them two specifically. I'm talking about versions of them. I'm talking about who they are. He hasn't been in front of somebody who's going to really commit to that jab. I think that the closest person I've seen kind of try to fight him that way was Hector Garcia, but he just didn't really have the ability. But in my opinion, Hector was handling his business. He was handling his business. He was losing, but he was in there.
He was game.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But he looked like he was committed to, like, I'm going to stick this jab out there and you have to come in here and find me. I'm not finna play with you, dog. I don't think I'm not going to try to out Gervonta you. You're Gervonta. I'm who I am. When he fights Shakur, when he fights Devin Haney, that's what he's going to be facing. People who are very comfortable who they are. And they're not going to play that game with you. You're not going to do them like you did Ryan Garcia or Rolly, when them niggas is trying to attack you and you just had to time them and let them walk into something. That's not going to happen with them. You're going to have to outbox him. And here's the big thing. Shakur Stevens is just as talented boxer, if not more talented boxer than Gervonta. But if people want to go for argument and say, yo, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say they're equally talented, right? So when you have fighters come together that are equally talented that way, then the intangibles become important, right? The longer arm of Shakur Stevens, right? The longer arm of Devin Haney, the height, not a side. All those things start to make a difference now because everywhere else they're equal. Am I bugging?
No.
Like when they become equal like that, when it's like, yo, skill for skill, we're on the same level. Now the height becomes the problem. The short arms become the problem. You got to find a way to get inside. I need to see you in those fights. I have faith in you. I think you're a great fighter, but I haven't seen you in those fights, man. So I can't say you pound for pound, bro. I'm not going to say that to you, bro. I'm sorry. I'll put you on a pound for pound list.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't put Tank number one. He got to show me.
Right?
I think a lot of people, I think that they fell in love with who Tank could possibly be, but the reality is we don't really know who he is against elite opposition. Like, obviously, we know he could punch. We know that he's an exciting fighter. We know that he could put just about anybody on a highlight reel. We know he's one of the best, but do we know exactly what he's capable of? No, because we don't know what any fighter is capable of until they in there with somebody who could push them to their limits. Like, I heard Loaded Luck say this during a rap battle. He said, it's not how many fights you had, it's who you fought. That's facts. Like, that's facts. Like, you could fight 30 nobodies. You could be 30-0, and that shit might look good, but then that might be that dude across the street who, you know what I mean, people have been talking about him or whatever, and he actually brings something to the table, and he might make you look bad. You know what I'm saying?
What they say, y'all don't know boxing 100. What
you
gonna do when they get hit by Tank? Yeah, I hear you, right? Listen, man.
This is what happens whenever you try to speak objectively. You
right.
know what I mean? Like, who think that, like,
they don't want it to be no way. Certain people, it's like there's no people who talk like that. I always laugh, and they just make me laugh when they say shit like, "Ain't no way in hell he beating that dude." Like, what do you mean, ain't no way in hell, bro? They box, bro. Anybody can catch it, dog. Some put Tank where he is based on his competition. Yeah, I agree. That is
y'all don't know boxing. What they gonna do when they get hit by Tank? Be for real. the problem is the another question is what's going a question that's just as relevant as that one is what is Tank going to do when he can't hit them? Since
Moment
we just
moment of silence, bro, because there's and let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something that Terence Crawford had and that Shakur Stevens has that Errol Spence didn't have and that showed up in that fight. Looks. Terence Crawford had more looks in his career. He dealt with more adversity. He got knocked on his ass before. He had situations that made him get better. He was forced to get better. When you saw Errol Spence in that ring, what you saw was a fighter who never got better, bro. He never got better. What he did worked for so long that he stopped getting better. He just committed to who he was. And when it came down to him adjusting and being like, yo, what if this don't work? They didn't even consider it not working. They didn't even consider it not working. Derrick James did not consider it not working. So why am I saying that? Gervonta has been able to fight with the style of I'm willing to get hit. I'm willing to get hit as long as I can hit you back. He fights that way, and he's been fighting that way consistently. I'm hoping that he doesn't get caught up in, like you just said, what happens when you can't hit him.
And then he goes on to say, bro, every fighter get hit. Obviously, this is boxing. What I'm saying is, what's going to happen when Tank's not able to land that money shot? Everybody gets hit. What I'm saying is, Tank not the type of dude that, like, everything he touched break. You know what I'm saying? It got to be the right shot. It got to be placed at that right time, and it got to hit it got to hit him. It got to hit them in a certain spot. What happens when he's not able to land, when he loads up on that left hand and that person out there to be hit with that? Then what? You know what I'm saying? But you can't talk to dudes like him because they can't really they can't have objective conversations. You know what I mean? Whenever you speaking from a objective point of view, you hating on their favorite fighter. When you're open to different possibilities happening during the fight, you're a hater. It's either you gotta think they way or you a hater of their favorite fighter. It's crazy. Because I never not once said that Tank couldn't beat Devin or Shakur.
That's been ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
And he's making it seem like he's saying we don't know boxing because.
Well, watch this. Mr. Henderson, how does Shakur beat Tank? Yeah, let's see what comes out. Tell me how does he do it? Let's see. We'll wait on you. We'll talk and we'll see if you come in and say something.
He said there are certain guys Tank won't be able to hit so easily. Tank is not going to be able to knock every person out. That's true. That's true because, I mean, Julian Jackson wasn't able to knock everybody out. He's actually got knocked out several times. And he was one of the biggest punchers in boxing history. Ernie Shavers wasn't able to knock everybody out. He's one of the biggest punchers. Deontay Wilder wasn't able to knock out Bermane Stiverne in the first fight. He wasn't able to knock out Tyson Fury in any of the fights.
Mm-hmm.
Like these things happen. The biggest George Foreman wasn't able to knock out Ali.
Yeah, when Errol Spence was fighting Terence Crawford, it was he's gonna break Terence, right? He don't how much he does, whatever he's gonna do, he's gonna break. But if somebody would have asked him the question, well, what happens if you don't break him? I'm sure Mr. Henderson would have been like, "What are you talking about?"
You can't ask questions like that no more because when you do, you know what I mean, you rooting for the other guy. Mm-hmm. Boxers are very sensitive, bro. So if you play the devil's advocate at any time, they automatically rooting for the other side. That's how that shit is. You know what I mean? These dudes, they real sensitive. You know what I'm saying? You can only say so much before they feel like you against them. So
yeah, it's crazy. I played devil's advocate with Ngannou and Deontay Wilder, right? Like I know Deontay Wilder is going to beat Ngannou. You know what I'm saying? If they fought, but I said, how does Ngannou beat Deontay Wilder? If he's going to beat Deontay Wilder, he can't beat him. It's impossible. He just can't. I'm like, what do you mean he can't, bro? Anybody can be. He's a puncher. Both of them are punchers. You know what I'm saying? How does he do it? And if you can't tell me how, like, if you can't tell me how the guy you think is going to lose can win then you're not really in the game like you think you are, bro. Like if you can't see, because I promise you, if you talk to Shakur or you talk to Tank, like when Tank fought Rolly, that's a perfect example. When Tank fought Rolly, Tank understood how he could lose that fight. That's why he fought the way he did. He understood, like, I need to fight this way, because if I fight the wrong way, he even said it. He was like, when he hit me, I realized I don't need to be getting hit by this dude no more tonight. I need to pay attention to getting hit. He didn't come in there like it's impossible. There we go.
That Broly was capable of knocking him out, because he was like, yeah, I couldn't get hit too much by him because that could have been bad. Like, he said, all right, so this dude, whatever his name is, Isaiah, I feel like his first name is spelled wrong. Maybe that's just how, you know what I'm saying, they spelled his name. Shakur haven't faced a puncher. We don't know if he got a chin. I bet 100,000 Tank knocks Devin and Shakur out. Y'all don't know boxing at all, for real.
Okay, first of all, bet money you ain't got 100,000. Let's get that out the way. So you gotta stop right now, right? You gotta stop right now. But I understand what you're trying to say, because I definitely asked. Listen, I definitely asked you a question. I asked you, how does Shakur beat Tank? And you did not answer the question. And that's because you don't know boxing, bro. Because you can't. So what you just answered me right there don't got nothing to do with nothing.
Oh my God! Look! His IQ is on another level. Okay, Tank makes adjustments.
Just boom by.
Okay.
Go chant. Go.
Copy and pasting the shit that he be hearing on this YouTube right here. Man, you don't know shit about boxing, man. Get the fuck off my channel. Yo, where the fuck Slime at? Yo, Slime, you in here? Yo, whoever got a wrench, man, get in the fuck about it. We ain't trying to hear none of that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do that shit myself.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Bro, get the fuck up out of here with that shit, bro.
That shit. I bet 100,000. You already cap off rip. You already cap. So why should we even listen to
you? You ain't worried about what I'm talking about at 1 a.m. Well,
it is what it is. Valdez was a puncher, though. I know it was 130, but Shakur took his shots well. Yeah.
No, I hit him with the wrench. Anonymous, why? I did. But Ralph said, yeah, that's a fact, though. Valdez is a puncher. Like, prior to that Shakur Stevenson fight, he put Burchelt to sleep.
Yeah.
One punch put him to sleep. Like, yeah. Valdez he's a boxer puncher. That's exactly what he is.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. We got a lot of talking today, man. It was a great boxing talk. I appreciate having you on.
Early. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, anytime, bro. Anytime you want to come on, you already know I'm sending the link. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Yo, I'm getting my shit together, so eventually I will be inviting you. You know what I mean?
Yo, you let me know. I'm on your channel, bro. You just let me know.
I'll let you know.
That's easy.
All this together.
Community page, all that. You just let me know. We're going to get it pop. I bring Southpaw, whoever. You know what I mean? It's nothing. But, I appreciate everybody that came on and enjoyed the live, man. We got 19 people in the building right now, man. Hit the like if you enjoyed the content that we brought through. We brought some information. Well, it was pretty informational boxing talk.
Let me tell you the camera I got, too.
Yeah. I need to see that. Yeah, man, it was a great talk today, man. We did a little bit of everything today. Got some boxing predictions, talking about future fights, current events. I appreciate Anonymous, man, staying consistent in the chat. Ralph, of course, Bobby Martin. Let me see, who else? DOG215, of course. I think I already said Ralph. But then like Slime, of course, Notes, all that good stuff, man. And especially Clay, who came on the live today to chop it up with your boy, man. I appreciate that very much. Let me see that.
Small little joint, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's
you able to record it with all that? And
oh, yeah, bro. This thing, it has. And that's why I got it, because I have also got like a Canon Rebel T7, something like that. But it has a limited time on the recording, like 30 minutes, and then you got to turn it back on. This right here has like infinite time. What is it called? It's I thought it would have been written on here. It's Let me take this off quick.
Yeah, regardless, I'm gonna need to get something like that anyway, bro. I gotta step this content up eventually. We about to hit 1,200. So
Yeah,
they gotta start stepping it up. But
I gotta look at the box, bro.
all right, you just ain't
yeah.
you know, next time we get up on here, man, ain't no big deal for real. I still gotta get your social media too, man. But until then, this was Mazuma TV. Shout out to the shout out to the mob for tuning in, man. Shout out to Claymore Rain. Y'all subscribe to this man's channel. He is to get, man. He got my stamp of approval for sure. So until I'll be back with a video tomorrow morning. Back at y'all with the content. Of course, this is Mazuma TV. Thank you for checking in. I'm out of here, man. Peace.
Peace.